It's a game that's become the red print for world football, impossible though to replicate in reality. A crowd that's just short of 60,000, desperate to experience the magic that radiates every fortnight here for first team games. It is a little bit different. The main event is a little bit slower. It's not as much of a white knuckle ride as the ones that we're used to for first team games here at Anfield, and the hair on show might be a little bit thinner and a bit greyer than the ones that you're used to, but there is that sprinkling of magic that we hope that you will be able to dial into here as the old songs get another spin, and the anthem that everybody has come here today hoping to take part in will be out in full force. It is a beautiful sight here at Anfield, and yes, the players are retired, but we're really looking forward to this one today, not least because of the narrative around Sven-Goran Eriksson, but also about some players that have given us really memorable times across the years as well. It's going to be a little bit of fun, it's going to be a little bit different, and alongside us we've got Iain Stirling here. Of course, he's a BAFTA winning comedian, he's the voice of Love Island and the massive podcast success that he's become alongside his wife now, and also David Thompson down the row there as well, an academy graduate that became part of almost the School of Excellence turnover, the revolution to academy football as we know it now. But he was given a call-up by Sven-Goran Eriksson as a Blackburn Rovers player back in the day, and it was wonderful, David, to see you reminiscing about the old times in the dressing room just a few minutes ago.
It was wonderful actually, but he didn't remember me, did he? I had to jog him along a little bit, but yeah, it was actually a beautiful moment. I really appreciated it. Him at the time giving me a call, and I can tell how much he's looking forward to this. He did mention before that, you know, he did come close to joining Liverpool back in the day, but yeah, it's going to be a wonderful experience for him sat in that dugout today.
What about you, Iain? How special is this to be involved today? It's a little bit different to the stuff that you normally do, but no less it's something you've looked forward to, I think.
Yeah, any trip to Anfield is obviously very special for me, and being part of like John Barnes, when he came down and spoke with Sven, was talking about the LFC family, and I think that is genuinely a thing that is to be envied by other football clubs up and down the country. And when Sven arrived today and that cheer that he got, and to see someone who's been in the football game as long as he has, but still being so proud and so happy to be doing essentially what his job is, it's just amazing. And then, yeah, talking to Sven, me and Sven both sort of felt like outsiders that have been hopefully accepted by the city of Liverpool and accepted by Liverpool Football Club. So it's a genuine honour to be here, and it's amazing to raise money for the LFC Foundation, who have done such great things for Liverpool and beyond. So it's an absolute honour to be here.
It's a day that makes dreams come true for so many people, Tomo. We were saying before about so many of these people here today would not have been here for a normal first team game, but they get the chance to sample a bit of that today. And dreams come true for Sven, of course, who's dreamt of this day for a long time, to lead any kind of Liverpool team.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it basically feels like I'm here for a first team game, and £8 the tickets. I'm sure, you know, all the fans who wouldn't normally get here are going to enjoy it. And you know, you can hear them now. You can hear the noise when Sven and the players come out. It's going to be absolutely incredible. It really does feel like a first team experience.
And here he comes now.
Here he comes. He said that he might get emotional. He said that he might get emotional for this Sven-Goran Eriksson. Between 1977 and 2001, there was an emerging talent in management, and he was that. One that became a winning machine, a Liverpool fan who scaled the heights in Sweden, in Portugal, in Italy. 17 major trophies he won, 50 years he was a manager, and once invited by Bob Paisley to watch them work. The Reds boss advising him then to preach simplicity, pass and move, not so much dribbling, and it left a lasting impression. This game is also being shown live in Sweden today, somewhere back home, where his dad also called Sven at the age of 94 now, and still going strong. He watches Liverpool every weekend on TV. Today, though, he'll be watching his little boy achieve another ambition of his, to lead against Steven Gerrard, but for the first time as a Liverpool manager. This is what football's all about.
This is it. This is the world we live in. Like I said, these guys have come here today and given up their time, and they're doing something that they love, and what they love is their job, and what a fortunate position to find themselves in.
Well, this will be the many highlights of today. We hope there's quite a few, but this will be the big highlight for most people. So let's listen to one of the world's most famous choirs in full voice, and You'll Never Walk Alone. Well, this is the Liverpool team for today that's been selected by John Barnes, John Aldridge alongside Sven-Goran Eriksson, and it has that sprinkling of magic that we talked about before. Still a very fit side as well. Fernando Torres turned 40 this week, would you believe? And with those two, it's a day to renew old acquaintances. I know it feels like time stands still in football, nostalgia from time to time, but he says he's not going to be making as many runs as he once did for Steven Gerrard today. But if he does tire, then there is plenty in reserve as well. The likes of Sami Hyypiä, Djibril Cissé, Marc Gonzalez, Dirk Kuyt, Igor Biscan, Gregory Vignal, Nabil Elzar at the age of 37, and also there will be a cameo later on for the number 10 for the Ajax legends this afternoon, the one that captains their team in Jari Litmanen, who's still, David Thompson, looks $1 million down there.
Oh, it does look $1 million, said before. It looks like he's just come out of a Bond movie. And what a player Jari is, though. He sort of created the number 10 role at Ajax. Sensational player, and really looking forward to seeing him play today.
Davids amongst their substitutes, Ronald de Boer as well. They have a really interesting look about their squad. The cast iron legends I mentioned there, the feet at both camps. You'll notice wearing number 49 Ryan Babel in there, and the vintage full-service history Rolls-Royce, the Sunday ride that is Jari Litmanen as well, who, like I said, will play most primarily for his team Ajax, but will come on in a Liverpool shirt in the second half as well. What a sight this is as well. Liverpool fans from all over the world in full voice at Anfield. Wonderful noise, wonderful sight for not just us, but also the Liverpool players out there today who, as the mosaic goes up amongst the cot, we are reminded as to why we're here today. The wonderful work that takes place for the LFC Foundation. It's a sellout with close to 60,000 fans inside Anfield. Previous games that have raised close to $6.5 million in vital funds that benefit people both in the Liverpool City regional and internationally as well. For every pound they raise, they turn that into £14 worth of social value. Education programmes that really make a big difference to people in and around the Liverpool area. And if you can donate today, there will be signals and there will be prompts for you to do that. So please, if you can give something today and put a smile on so many people's faces across Liverpool and internationally as well. Renewing old acquaintances there, Steven Gerrard and Jari Litmanen. And when you look at the two squads, Ian, there is a very experienced look, to be kind, about Ajax. I mean, there's a player in there who's 67 today, a substitute goalkeeper who's 29. What kind of game are you expecting?
I think Ajax will need to do something pretty early on, because a few of their players have got about 10 minutes in them, I reckon. But you never know. Stranger things have happened. I think Fernando Torres might have a lot of fun today, though, is what I think.
Doesn't look that different, Tomo, to when he was playing here. John Barnes has marvelled.
He looks better. He looks better.
He looks like a bodybuilder.
Look at that. Sorry, I didn't mean to make that sound quite as sexual as I did. I do apologise.
Masseurs inside the Liverpool changing room before were very busy, as you can imagine, but Torres was probably the last in the queue there in terms of his physical capabilities. And what will make life very interesting for you probably watching at home today is that Ajax have 3 number 10s in the team. First of them, De Jong, who gets us underway, the former Ajax captain, for what we are hoping is a real spectacle here at Anfield. And we mentioned before that you shouldn't really underestimate the fact that it's a sold-out Anfield, just a few seats short of 60,000 here. No dedicated away end means that the main sway, of course, will have an adoration for all things Liverpool. But when you speak to Matt Parris, the chief executive of the LFC Foundation, he says that they really are the envy of world football. They can't believe other big clubs that Liverpool managed to sell every seat that they can for a game like this today. It might be slightly slower than what people are used to seeing on the TV, though.
But it is so impressive with a game like this today. I arrived at 11 o'clock, so we had obviously a few like media commitments before the match started, and I was with a friend who supports another football team, and he couldn't believe there was people walking up to the stadium 4 hours for a build-up. And I bet a lot of Premier League teams wouldn't get that on an actual match day. And we're rocking up full capacity. The shop was absolutely buzzing, and it was 4 hours before kick-off.
Well, Ajax with the ball to start the game at least, and you just listen out for the roar when Liverpool win it back. They're quite patient, they're quite relaxed about the opening stages of this exhibition game, but there will be some wear and tear, there will be some toing and froing, and there was a big enough cheer for Fabio Aurelio, who will start this game at left back here for Liverpool today. Fabio Aurelio, who became the first Brazilian, don't forget, to play for Liverpool. Played under Rafa at Valencia and then at Liverpool a bit later on, and it's a first chance, and a big chance as well, inside the first 2 minutes.
I said Ajax had to come out strong.
Really good build-up down the right-hand side, and they can barely believe their luck. It's Derek Boerichter who's got the final touch on things, the 37-year-old. And a big shock on the cards inside the first 5 minutes. Jerzy Dudek doesn't know what's happened. A wry smile, but first blood to the away team, David Thompson.
Well, huge shock. I mean, Liverpool haven't started well, but Ajax have kept the ball. You know, they've moved it around the pitch. That must have been about 40 passes, that phase of play. And then, was it the number 10 of Ajax who scored that goal? He's been everywhere.
One of them. And a nice finish. Shock around Anfield. They were relaxed about them having the ball in the opening stages, but maybe not. With them taking the lead, and it's Daniel Agger who takes the lead for Liverpool here. As Jay Spearing, who will be given quite a bit of responsibility today for trying to get around Ajax. And there is confirmation of that goal for another player who had 2 spells either side of his career with Ajax in Derek Boerichter, I should say. It's Jay Spearing who's dispossessed by the goal scorer. And Ajax on the attack again here. Simeon de Jong. I have to say that the players who were at the AXA training ground last night were treated to what the first team players do, and they were full of all the good nutrition, full of all the good energy drinks. They might need it now to get back into this game, and it's become a bit of a chasing for Liverpool in the opening.
Yeah, they look
4 minutes of the game.
They just look half a yard slower across, all over the pitch. Really, we didn't see it coming, but that's where we're at.
Misplaced pass, looking for Ricardo van Rijn. Lots of the Ajax players only arriving very early this morning. Liverpool players all in unison there at the AXA last night, aside from Steven Gerrard, who was telling us just before kick-off today, had he trained last night, he wouldn't have been able to play today.
Yeah, he's had to take the fine now, hasn't he, for not turning up.
Might have.
Tell you what, Agger's looking great as well, isn't he?
He said he doesn't play football anymore. He's in the gym every day, but he's not played football, he says, for a long time. So
that touch would suggest that is not a lie.
He's in the gym, he's only having a coffee.
Well, Liverpool have a corner to defend here, and it's Rafa van der Vaart who comes over to take it in the Trent Alexander-Arnold corner. And it's that man Steven Gerrard who gets first contact on it. We've seen this move before, albeit slightly deeper for Fernando Torres, who opens play on that far side where Ryan Babel has taken up residence. He will also play for Ajax in the second half. Jay Spearing helps him out, and the gesture to just calm things down a little bit. Maxi Rodriguez to Martin Skrtel, looking slightly different these days.
Yeah.
Martin Skrtel starting to get the itch, he says, again, to get back involved in football. He's just considering his next move. Back in Slovakia at the moment, still playing amateur football though, so he will be very useful to Liverpool today.
Looks in great shape, doesn't he, Peter?
Torres' ball out to Ryan Babel.
Go on, Ryan.
Liverpool are outnumbered for the moment. Maxi at the back post, chance for Torres.
Oh.
It was written in the stars as he took the swipe at it. And Ajax survive a slight scare of their own.
But again, they've still not been put under the cosh at all, really. They've looked good, Ajax, particularly on the ball, and they're holding a nice shape as well.
Torres Kavame, who is probably one of the older residents out there at 51 for Liverpool. Scandinavian, who keeps himself very fit. He's Martin Odegaard's agent now of Arsenal, given away by Jay Spearing. And it's Tauamata who's trying to keep possession for Ajax at the moment.
Tauamata looks really lively for them. He's lovely feet, taking up good positions, linking up well with Yari.
It was something that John Barnes warned the Liverpool players about yesterday. Take no notice of the age, the average age of these players. As Jay Spearing who wins possession back for Liverpool. Of course, the Liverpool under-21 coach now, player coach. As Littmanen,
wow, what a ball that was.
Sets up a wonderful pass, a raking pass from Ryan out to this far side here. And there's danger on again for Ajax. A misplaced ball, which again was looking for the goal scorer from a little earlier. There's Ryan Babel coming forward now for Liverpool.
Torres wants it.
Torres gets it. Lots of space that will open up here. Really fancy one from distance. Torres might not have had another option and given away by Ryan Babel. Here's Babel again. There's a bit of a tangle in there, a tangle of laces, I think, between Simon Tauamata, who we should point out is 67 years of age. Incredible. Agger to Skrtel. Torres. Gerrard just willing Bjorn Tork of Arme on. Agger looked interested in that pass to Torres. This is better from Liverpool. Aurelio's left-footed cross. It's headed partially clear. Van der Vaart just helps sweep things up. Spearing in quickly. Does well, Jay Spearing.
Lovely.
Torres just couldn't open those long legs of his. Maxi Rodriguez might be able to as the big shoot shout goes up. Drag just wide of Dennis Gentinar's post, but it's a bit more encouraging for Liverpool, this.
Yeah, a little bit sloppy there from Ajax. You know, one thing we can take from Ajax is they're definitely going to keep possession of the ball. You know, really competitive game up to now.
Danny D'Azuz couldn't get it clear. It's a slight injection of a few things, Liverpool. It's Jari Littmanen back there helping out. Jari Littmanen, who was a boyhood Liverpool fan. He was Liverpool's chess grandmaster, wasn't he? He was 3 or 4 passes ahead of most people. Talking to Neil Mellor in the week, who said he'd never seen a player with so much tape on him. Every different part of his body was taped up before games.
And he's got none on today, so I don't know what elixir he's been swimming in, but he seems to have literally turned back the aging process.
There's plenty like them in the team today. Olaf Lemberg there as well, who's 50. Only played 30 first team games, but he's very active in these former players' games. Jari Littmanen, who's taken up a much deeper midfield position now.
Tauamata, who actually has to nip off at half-time to collect his pension.
He's an Ajax technical youth coach now, 67 years of age.
That's unreal.
Out on this right-hand side, wearing number 10.
67.
What will you be doing at 67, Ian?
Not playing football, let me tell you that.
Sven's back on his seat again, helped out by Iain Rush and John Barnes, John Aldridge down there as well.
What a lovely touching moment before the game, eh? When Stevie was giving him a little cuddle, that was amazing.
Stevie was just thanking him for not playing him left wing.
Somebody that he managed, of course, for England, but he's the only player that he has managed out here in action this afternoon, with Liverpool's captain's armband back on again. It's another dangerous ball being floated in towards Simeon de Jong.
And you know, they're not, I've only done a few of these, but they're never particularly high scoring affairs, so Liverpool are going to have to get a shift on here. One goal's a big deficit to win back, especially when you get to the second half and legs get tired and all the rest of it. So they've got a big hill to get over here, Liverpool.
Well, they're all itching to get on, won't they, the likes of Dirk Kuyt.
Yari, little back flick then from Yari, beautiful.
Taking up residence just the other side of Martin Skrtel at the moment. And it's been nice and calm from this Ajax team that have taken the lead. Jay Spearing might have to just take a bit off his passes from time to time as well. Used to playing with youthful 18 and 19-year-olds at the moment, but not in evidence here, David, this afternoon.
He's used to just sitting in there, isn't he? But now he's expected to be the legs and, you know, and do the sitting.
There's Gerrard looking for Fernando Torres, who outmuscles this defender, you won't be surprised to see. Back with Gerrard again. Cross is blocked, he felt it was handled, Steven Gerrard, by the
referee's
onrushing defender.
Corrupt referee and at a charity match. That's disgraceful. That is absolutely disgraceful, if you ask me.
Iain Stirling opinion there, who sits alongside us.
These are not the opinions of LFC.
They do not reflect our opinions at this stage. We'll see how the referee gets on.
At least, look on the bright side, at least there's no VAR.
Yeah, that is one welcome sight, is it not, for a game here at Anfield? Goal goes in, it's going to stand. Here's that man again.
The flying pensioner.
Simon Mata. Nice play, involving the man who set up the goal as well, and Agger had thought it had gone out. They had. It will go out for a corner in the end, I think, for Ajax. And there he is again, Simon Mata. He was a big success at Ajax towards the late part of the 1970s. 100 games for them, and he's pulling the strings for them here.
He looks so fit, doesn't he?
He's been brilliant. I genuinely can't believe it.
I was telling Peter before the game, I used to go to a clinic in Amsterdam, and
oh, yeah, we've all been to one of them.
Yeah, I was telling Peter before the game, went to a clinic in Amsterdam, and all the Ajax veterans used to play five-a-side behind the clinic, and then they'd come in afterwards. They were so competitive. They were shouting and screaming at each other. If someone didn't track back, if someone hit a bad pass, they were so competitive at that age, and that's, you can see it now. They're still competitive on the pitch. You know, they're desperate to keep possession.
And it's what they've always done. It's no different with their retired players. Sven also telling the story last night about him as boss of Benfica. Liverpool motoring in their European Cup winning dream of 1984. Just break off for a second as Liverpool look to come forward with Ryan Babel, but Aurelio is dispossessed and Ajax win the ball back.
It's a bit better.
Yeah, Liverpool won 1-0 at Anfield against Sven's Benfica back then, but then were pretty ruthless in the second leg as well in Portugal. They beat them 4-1. 2 Ronnie Whelan goals, bookending goals from Craig Johnson and Ian Rush. He managed England here as well, Sven-Goran Eriksson, but very emotional before us. You'll Never Walk Alone rang out as he walked out with the Liverpool mascots. Daniel Agger joining in with Liverpool's attack. We've seen this sight before.
That's lovely.
Ryan Babel flying, and it's a good interception in the end from Ricardo van Rijn, and it goes for a Liverpool corner.
Great secret from Sven, though, wasn't it? I mean, we only found out about 3 weeks ago he was a Liverpool fan, so nearly 85 years he's kept that secret.
Brilliant.
76 now, Sven-Goran Eriksson. 50 years as a manager.
Watch this, Torres.
Here's Aurelio's corner then. It's towards Torres! And it's off the upright.
That was close.
Good idea from Aurelio. Familiar sight, Fernando Torres, the first contact with it, just wide of the post.
And he was up. He was quick. He's going to out-muscle everyone on that pitch for the rest of today, so more of that to come, I think, taking out that sort of Van Dijk position.
Yeah, just dropped his shoulder, lost his man, got a great contact on the ball.
Come on, Stevie. It's a little bit of fortune. First time in second. Can't find the cross, though, and it's a really important leg in there from Olaf Lindberg. And Ajax thought they might get the chance to counter there, but in comes Momo Sissoko and Jay Spearing. Bjorn Kavame, who I think is just on the back of a back operation. Back out playing again at the age of 51. Torres again. Defended really well, Ajax, in the opening stages of the questions that they had been asked. Torres as well. Can't keep possession of it though, and again, Ajax, despite the slide from Torres, get the chance to clear, but Liverpool on the turnover again now with Gerrard and Bjorn Kavame. Good move this by Liverpool. Partially cleared.
Parked in their third, didn't they?
Damien Dazou. Babel's cross in is a good one. Hanging in the air. Don't forget, this is a game, like we mentioned before, that has raised close to £6.5 million recently. Last season alone, the foundation supported 123,000 individuals, with almost 2/3 of those living in and around the Liverpool area, living in the top 20% of the most deprived areas of the country. And there will be prompts as to how you can get involved and donate throughout the afternoon here today. Some local heroes that work for the club that are scattered all around the place today, Ian, that just do wonderful jobs for this football club that nobody knows about, but they're out in the communities every day making a difference to people's lives.
Yeah, I was talking to Jason McAteer earlier on in the pre-show build-up, and you know, he doesn't live in the country currently, and when he comes down straight away, got his LFC Foundation badge on, and he was out there meeting people, doing photos, getting out in the community, and that is what days like today are all about. So yeah, wonderful to see. Also, he's got a cracking tan.
Although Steven Gerrard, David Thompson was saying, should have a better tan than the one he's got. Apparently he's not too keen on the heat out there.
I think he's been on the moon bed.
Oh, it's too hot out there though, you just stay indoors, don't you?
Still to make his big impression on this game today.
You want to see a Gerrard Torres goal, don't you? The day deserves it.
I feel like it's brewing now, the pressure's brewing. Ajax are struggling to get out their own half here, so something's in the offing
here. And it was spotted in its infancy by Demi Dazou. 35, Jay Spearing, but he will be Liverpool's most likely breaking things up and getting things started again.
He's so competitive, Peter, isn't he? You know, I was watching him for the under-23s last week, and he was still getting stuck in, you know, he's still got that fight about him. What a lovely lad to have around the place.
Been so key for those players that have made the breakthrough as well. He's so close to all of them, particularly James McConnell, who he's played with for Liverpool's under-21s, and mentoring him through these opening stages of his first team career as well. It's a nice ball from Torres again. Might have to go on his own, Torres, but it was again Dazou who slid in.
He's had a great game, Dazou.
He started well, hasn't he?
Yeah, really good. Staying on his feet, only got to go when absolutely necessary. And this was really nicely watched. He saw Torres cut the angle, and that could have been a pen, but like I said.
Well, the Raw tells you that it's Steven Gerrard who's gone across to take the corner. Will it be a Gerrard-Torres contribution here? Cut out again by Dazou at the front post, who's struggling a bit now. Really good cross from Gerrard. Got the call from the goalkeeper there, Ricardo van Rijn. Confident enough, Dennis Gentenaar, to pluck it out of the air.
Yeah, but
few of the Ajax lads are blowing hard already, so I do feel like Liverpool they need something in the next 10 or 15 minutes before some substitutions are maybe made.
Ajax can't get out of their first third of the pitch at the moment. Maxi Rodriguez to Gerrard. And Gerrard, shoulder to shoulder.
No, I'm walking. I refuse to take part in this farce. I refuse. The referee better make a 50 quid donation after this, that's all I'm saying.
I think the referee was reaching for a yellow card there. He thought it was a dive.
It's often funny in these games, the referees referee it like a normal game for a while, don't they? Until the crowd get louder, and they're getting louder now. Torres has found Maxi Rodriguez.
What a save.
And that is a big save from Dennis Gentner.
Great save from the goalkeeper there. Yeah, he started really well, Maxi, hasn't he? You know, he's getting in good pockets, using the ball really well. He looks lively. He looks like the most likely one to open the scoring for us here.
He was a Liverpool cult hero, Maxi Rodriguez. Only finished playing at the end of last season, at the age of 42. So still fit, still able, still willing. Aurelio's corner, again towards that front post where he found Torres not so long ago. Agas in there battling. Really does well again here, Maxi Rodriguez.
Come on, referee!
That's it, I actually can't. Look, he's in agony, the man.
Some rueful smiles from the bench, not so from Maxi. No humour involved in that. These are competitive beings. Let's take another look. What do you think?
Spearing wins it. There's a lovely little run here, and watch that. It's well, it cut off, but you didn't see the end. But it's basically a rugby tackle.
Timed that well.
Do you know the wrestler Edge? He speared him.
Oh, lovely from Torres, and he's found Aurelio. Oh, and he couldn't find that extra bit of yardage to play in the run of both Gerrard and Torres. But it was close, and it looked like a good start to a move.
Yeah, he just needed to stay on his feet there. You know, he's so unlucky, but just fell over at the last minute.
How many of these invisible staircases do you find in Vets football, David? Just at the wrong time, when the mind knows what it wants to do, but the body can't fulfill it.
That's the most frustrating thing about this. You still feel like you can play exactly the same and everything, you know, you want to do everything, but it just doesn't come off. The power's not there, the speed's not there. The anticipation's there, though. You're just 4 seconds too slow.
Yeah, you can see they know they're cutting off the angles, they're moving into the right positions, but some of the touches are a little bit heavy.
Jay Spearing winning the ball back there for Liverpool. Sissoko with a hefty challenge incoming. 25 approaching on the clock, and Liverpool find their way back in. They're looking the most likely. In case you're just joining us, it was a goal inside the first few minutes here for Ajax. Simeon de Jong getting the scoring on the way. It's Steven Gerrard. Skirtle to Fabio Aurelio. That's a nice ball, looking for Torres. He was poised, waiting.
Kept in by the keeper as well, though.
Olaf Lindberg with the telling interception on that occasion.
He's so accurate with his passing, isn't he, Fabio? A great left foot. Deadly with his set pieces.
Defended really well, Ajax, so far. And they're going to have to continue that way. Babel out to Torres. Gerrard. Snapshot was really well blocked by the on-rushing Demi Deziu, who's been one of Ajax's key men in the opening stages of this first 25 minutes.
Yeah, I just feel like that was the time where Stevie could have took the touch across him and probably gone down and would have got the penalty.
Yeah, Deziu's definitely been one of Ajax's best players. He's been absolutely fantastic in that centre-back role today so far.
No movement on that bench just yet. And this is the problem. John Barnes indicated that nobody wants to come off once the game starts. Spearing with the corner this time. It was Skirtle forward. Chance for Torres. Blocked again by the goalkeeper, Rodriguez.
you again. He's having an absolute delightful game.
Yeah, it was a great strike from Maxi as it came out, wasn't it?
Fortune sometimes favours the brave, and it has done so far. Liverpool still knocking on the door from the Jay Spearing corner. He looked like he wanted to come off with cramp not so long ago, does you, and it's not a great surprise, but he's battling his way through it. It's a really troubling ball forward that's taken out 2 Liverpool players here. And it's that man again, Ricardo van Rijn, coming forward. Doesn't have too much to pick from as the on-rushing Ajax front line, including Jari Litmanen, are looking interested there, and Torres will buy the foul. It is incoming from that man again, Demi de Gea. And Liverpool take the set play quickly. Spearing looks for that run of Fernando Torres. De Gea again in the way. And then it's Lindberg who rolls the ball back to his goalkeeper. How long can Ajax keep this defending up, though, is the big question.
Yeah, it is a big question. I feel like it took 17 minutes for Liverpool to warm up. There's another opportunity. Yeah, it took 17 minutes for Liverpool to warm up, but they're just getting into the game now. Jay Spearing getting a foothold in there, Maxi getting a foothold, Stevie G finding them little pockets. So I think it's only a matter of time before the goal comes.
Well, they're going to make a couple of changes, and 67-year-old Simon Taumata gets the lion's share of the applause as he comes off the pitch. Rafa van der Vaart will make his way off as well, and also some decent applause here, of course, for the guy that made glasses famous across the years, and a guy in Edgar Davids who has scaled the heights at virtually every big club. He's going to make his way onto the pitch as well and takes over the captain's armband from Jari Litmanen, who we will see again at the age of 53 when he's back on in Liverpool colours in the second half.
Yeah, that'll be interesting, won't it? He'll have a little lie down, maybe a bit of an ice bath.
He's gone in to get taped up. But they brought the pit bull on.
He was some player, wasn't he? He was treated for glaucoma, which is the reason why he wore those famous glasses, but played for all the elite clubs. Barca, Ajax, both the Milan clubs, Juventus, and you might remember he played for Barnet as well in England when he was their player manager.
I forgot about that one, Barnet.
I forgot about player managers.
Tell you what, he was some player though.
Unbelievable. His Milan days were what sort of my generation remember. Those big Champions League nights, and he'd have the glasses and just absolutely look the part.
The run forward was from Iain
that's a free.
there.
That's a free kick, is it?
Exactly the point Fernando Torres was making. Ryan Babel.
Well done.
He doesn't have an awful lot to hit going forward though, so Fabio Aurelio for now. Cut out again by the ever-willing midfield of Ajax there, and it's picked up by Edgar Davids, but eventually the free kick is given in Liverpool's favour.
Torres
Sissoko
nearly got away with that. That was
can't win it. First sight there of Michael Krone-Deli, who's a former Danish striker that was at Ajax in the early part of the 2000s. Ryan Babel.
Liverpool just have that engine in the midfield at the minute that Ajax just seem to be lacking. They just can't, and nothing really to target up top, which is why they're just getting held up so deep in their own sort of back third.
That's probably why they brought Davids on and took Van der Vaart off.
Yeah.
Van der Vaart looked like he was limping from the start, to be fair, but they brought Davids on, obviously put some legs in there. Try and keep possession. Jay Spearing just getting in the game.
He's a ball in there to Fernando Torres, who was again very willing. He applauds the pass from Steven Gerrard. And just while we've got a slight break in play, let's cross down to the touchline, shall we? And Becky Davis, who have you got with you, Beck?
Thank you very much. But yes, I am joined by Chris Kirkland, who, like everyone on this bench, is intently watching every single kick of this game. You're enjoying it, aren't you?
I'm loving it, yeah. It's great to be involved. Great day, obviously, for the LFC Foundation to support all the amazing work they do. I'm lucky to be to be involved with that and play a small part, but they do some incredible work, and the money raised today is going to help a lot of people in our community in Merseyside. We started off slow, didn't we? Yeah, conceded an early goal, but the last 15 minutes we've really come back into it. See Stevie dropped in a little bit, he wanted to go and dictate more of the game, so he dropped back in, and yeah, the last 15-20 minutes we should be level, really.
And what it is, and you can give us an insight into this, is just how competitive these games are, because people might have come along today, you know, charity match, not expecting too much in terms of how competitive it is, and every single ball is being fought for.
It is, and for the players as well, it's frustration as well, because obviously, you know, we all get old and you're not as quick as you once was, you're not making decisions you once did, so it comes from that as well. They want to do well, they want to put on a very good show for the fans, for the special day that it is, and sometimes it gets a little bit frustrating, but at training last night, I tell you, it was
You're getting on yourself at some point, aren't you?
I am, yeah. I'm delighted to be here. You know, I don't class myself as a legend at all, but I'm very proud of the work that I'm able to do with the Liverpool Foundation. And when they asked me would I play 10 or 15 minutes, I jumped at it. I've not played in 15 years since I last played at Anfield. My daughter never got a chance to see me play. She was only 3 at the last time I played at Anfield, so she's here today. She's 17 now. So she's been asking, and I'm just delighted to be here, and being a Liverpool fan that stood on the Kop as a 7-year-old to play into the first team, and then to play in a game like this for the LFC Foundation, it's pretty special.
Oh, you absolutely deserve it. We'll look forward to seeing you a bit later on. Good
luck.
luck.
I hope so. Thank you.
Good luck. Back to you, Pete.
Thank you both. Chris Kirkland, who will play probably about 10 or 15 minutes, he thinks, of this game today, and then he's out walking 40 miles tonight as part of the charity that supports a very close friend of his, Derby Rimmer Foundation. Of course, Stephen Derby, part of the Liverpool family, and still is all of these years on, as he continues to fight, not just in his own name, but also in the name of a potential cure for MND. So many of the former Liverpool players supporting that, and it's a walk that started in Bradford will end in Liverpool tomorrow. Jay Spearing, of course, very close to Stephen as well, having come through and made his debut alongside him. We'll be joining that one tomorrow, so if you can lend a hand and you can get along and support them at Anfield tomorrow, then I'm sure they'll be very happy to see you. It's another decent ball forward, looking for slight inroad from Liverpool, and Skrtel wasn't sure what the outlet was going to be there, and eventually Bjorn Torkavame comes to help him out. And it was danger stations for Skrtel there, but what a nice pass that is out to Fernando Torres, who can't find the space. And it's funny, you see him play and you expect that we'll see a 23-year-old version of Fernando Torres, but we are best part of 20 years on from then, and he was a lot further back in the pitch than he wanted to be. But Liverpool have a potential 3 against 2 here. Maxi Rodriguez, second chance maybe. Torres wanted it sooner, and he's frustrated that he didn't get that opportunity on that occasion.
And he just realised that the ball was still in play as well.
Won it back straight away. Torres, nice strong.
That's it, vintage.
Torres on his left foot.
Vintage.
Maxi maybe. And again, it's that man, Deschutes, who slides his body in, and he's going to get something, Deschutes, whether it's the right foot of Torres up his backside soon.
Yeah.
He's looking more and more frustrated with life out there. But it's certainly turning into a game.
Still no absolute gilt-edged chances for Liverpool yet, but you do feel like it's going to be coming anytime soon.
Here's Edgar Davids. Also gained a reputation across the years, the pitbull, as Tomo said before, of quite a few sendings off. Oh, this is nice skill. And another opportunity now, and it's the header coming in at the back post. And they'll feel they're well in this game here, aside from the goal lead that they have. Kiki Musampa it was who had the header on goal there.
Yeah, he's been all over the pitch, Kiki, since he came on. He was involved in winning it back at the other end, and there he is up top. just a bit, just couldn't quite get underneath, just couldn't quite get on top of it, over the bar.
Well, Richter was the goal scorer and also almost turned creator there for Kiki Musampa. Scored the first goal at the New Amsterdam Arena. Nice play between Torres and Gerrard here. Maxi on that right-hand side this time. Again, it's last ditch from Ajax at the expense of a Liverpool corner.
Yeah, that was excellent play from Liverpool there. Slower build-up, you know, shorter passes, more of a gradual progress. They've been trying to put the ball at risk a little bit too often and giving it away. And you can see Stevie shouting to Fabio Aurelio to try to keep possession and not put the ball at risk.
So Gerrard across the take. Had some pain-numbing gel on his troublesome toes, Steven Gerrard, but can he find supply from the corner? It was Daniel Agger in there. Untimely slip from Crondelli.
The snipers are out again today.
Aurelio's ball was a lovely looking one out to Gerrard. Couldn't carry the extra distance in the end. Aurelio again. Ryan Babel. Plenty of attacking prowess on show here, Liverpool. So far haven't found the breakthrough. Skirtle to Aurelio again.
I mean, they're playing deep. Sam Allardyce would be proud of this game, I tell you.
Big Sam would be proud, yeah, back behind the ball, team block.
Skirtle couldn't find a way through. David's taken by Jay Spearing, which was the potential flashpoint. Doesn't think it was the right decision though, Jay Spearing.
The crowd are starting to turn now, this referee.
So they start again. Young Ainu out to the substitute Crondelli. It's the goal scorer with a shot on goal again on Jerzy Dudek's goal. Derek Bo-Richter.
Been very lively down that left-hand side, hasn't he?
They are fit and agile, Ajax. Liverpool were expecting this. Another shot from distance that was moving all over the place. Again, this time from Crondelli. Had to be down smartly, Jerzy Dudek. The ball was moving all over the place.
Yeah, good strike. Did well to push that round the post there.
And it did just have that bit of swerve on it. You've seen a lot less experienced goalkeepers be fooled by that, but Jerzy knew what he was doing and he managed to put it behind for a corner.
Crondelli across to take the corner then. Floated in, it's Momo Sissoko at the front post. Loads of space at the back post though. It was a block on the line from Martin Skirtle.
Break on here, come on boys. Do it for Sven.
Babel stopped in his tracks by Edgar Davids. Steven Gerrard. Torres.
Look how quick they get back though. They're desperate not to lose this game, aren't they, Ajax?
Couldn't beat the first man, Torres. Second attempt, getting it to the man that was having the shot at the other end a moment or two ago, Crondelli, who's back there in a right-back position now for Ajax.
I think they've got about 4 right-backs at the minute.
Crondelli and Van Rijn, they've done well down this right-hand side. Bo-Richter on the left-hand side. Excellent player.
Skirtle. Daniel Agger. Just looking for Jay Spearing, the smallest man on the pitch. Couldn't quite find his feet in time. Martin Skirtle swoops up back to Jerzy Dudek again. Jerzy Dudek close to 200 games in goal for Liverpool, 74 clean sheets. He's not going to get one today though. Goalkeeper who really shone under Gerard Houllier and Rafa Benitez as well, the heroics in Istanbul. The wobbly legs, also 4 years at Real Madrid, Jerzy Dudek.
It wasn't just a top-class goalkeeper, Peter, he's a huge personality as well in the dressing room.
Talking of which, a penny for his thoughts at the moment. We pointed out yesterday that he'd probably done hundreds of thousands of different interviews as a coach of different teams, but never as a coach of Liverpool. And although he said he will take a back seat, I'm sure he'll have his say at half-time.
Oh yeah, he'll be absolutely raging. What are they playing at? This is Fed's one shot. They eat up their game.
Richter brought to a halt by Martin Skirtle. LiverpoolFC.com/donate if you can get involved in this one today. They currently work with over 120 schools across Liverpool. There's a variety of programmes that they get involved with to try and make a difference.
And just £5 donation will get 2 books into a school, and £10 will help fund one kid for a whole week's worth of breakfast club, which obviously, when you're struggling, making sure a child has breakfast every morning is such a big thing as part of their education.
Life skills as well, particularly with ongoing problems socially right across the country, right across the world at the moment.
And that's just the politicians.
Ajax on the hunt again. Richter on that far side. Chance,
a goal.
Chest down, wonderful finish.
Oh dear.
Kiki Musampa.
Musampa's caused no end of problems here for Liverpool. The 46-year-old who scored the first goal in the Johan Cruyff Arena, a product of Ajax's academy, former Manchester City man too, has given Ajax a 2-goal lead at Anfield, and it's silence inside this place.
Oh, absolutely, and it was that man Boa Richter again. You know, he gets free down the left-hand side, puts that cross in, and there was Kiki Musampa, takes it beautifully on the chest there. I think it's that Daniel Agger there.
Yeah, Agger's taking a nasty one either in the ribs or in the hips, it looks like. Just getting seen to now.
Skirt on there.
Yeah.
Wonderful goal by Musampa.
And it's quiet in Anfield now.
They're thinking over a couple of changes, Liverpool, and there might be one enforced here as some of the medical staff have made their way on to just see to the problem that Agger has there. Bev McCartan's in there to treat Daniel Agger. He heads up the Academy Medical Services. Scott McCauley as well, son of Hughie McCauley, who's an academy physio. They knew they'd be busy today, but they're hoping that there's no injuries that will impact what the players do tonight, which of course is of much interest to them.
Well, they'll probably get straight... Well, if I was a Liverpool player right now, I'd be straight back into training, because this is a disgrace so far.
I think we need to send Iain Stirling into the team talk at half-time.
I think I'll leave that to Sven.
It's Fabio Aurelio who's got the problem.
Or is it Aurelio that I think it's his ribs.
He's struggling there.
Yeah, it doesn't look too good, does it, for Aurelio? Gregory Vignal, I think, is getting ready to come on.
Absolutely fantastic player back in the day, and he's been absolutely fantastic today.
A couple of minutes will be added on at the end. I'm not sure they needed added on time at the end of the first half, either side, but that's the way it will be. And Sven alongside Iain Rush and John Aldridge, who scored hatfuls of goals for Liverpool. Iain Rush, of course, with the record. Gregory Vignal is the man that will come on. Now the assistant manager at Versailles.
to blow for Liverpool, because he was actually doing all right, I really hope.
Yeah, he's been whipping that ball in lovely all day, really.
Mainly the understudy to John Arnorisa back in the day, Gregory Vignal, as a young fullback who is a very well thought of coach these days. He's been coaching in Scotland, back in France at the moment, like I say, as assistant manager of Versailles. Torres almost found the run of Maxi Rodriguez.
That's better, that's better.
Sissoko spearing back in towards Torres again. Sissoko maybe at the back post. Again, it was last-ditch defending. Fabio Aurelio, we hope, is okay. Paul Kelly down there as well, another vastly experienced physio. They have all the expertise they need, but Fabio Aurelio is moving very, very slowly on his way into the Liverpool dressing room, just holding his ribs by the looks of things. So Liverpool have a corner then. Probably the last bit of action we get before the break. Spearing with that corner. Cleared first and second time of asking, and that will be the final action of an Ajax-dominated first half. They have caused Liverpool real problems. Torres has hit the post for the former Liverpool players, but it was a very, very early lead given to them by Derek Berichter for Ajax, and it's one that has been supplemented by a very troublesome Kiki Musampa for Ajax legends, and a team talk and a half to deliver for this time Sven-Goran Eriksson at the break. It is Liverpool legends 0, Ajax 2.
Your support will provide amazing education opportunities for school children in Liverpool. A donation of £10 would provide 2 books for a local school. £20 will provide a child with a weekly place in a school breakfast club. And a £50 donation will provide a school-based mentoring session. Your support really does make a difference.
Hi guys, I really want to thank you for your support. Really can't wait to see you guys in the stadium, but don't forget to donate. So please scan the QR code and make it happen.
Funds raised from the game today will help support the fantastic work of the LFC Foundation. To donate now, click on the QR code on the screen or head to liverpoolfc.com/donate.
Well, it's a first half that we probably weren't expecting, really, and that Liverpool trail by 2-0. We've not seen that for many a year here in terms of the first team, but Ajax will feel their really good quality for a half-time lead, as that they've defended manfully. They've defended as and when they've needed to against the lively Liverpool front line, and they have attacked with real ruthlessness as well when they needed to, Tomo.
They have to show real quality, and we shouldn't expect anything less from a team that's schooled in total football. But they've got some really good players out on the wing there. Bo Richter, they've got De Jure at the back, and Van Rijn, the right back. He's galloping forward. He's causing a lot of problems. So yeah, I think they've caught Liverpool cold. It took Liverpool 19 minutes to start getting into the game, and then it looked like the tide was going to turn, but they managed to wrestle it back. And they keep possession well, and that's what Liverpool have got to start doing themselves. They're trying to hit that counter-attack too early. They've got to start building up a little bit slower, because you don't have the legs as you used to. The brain doesn't work as fast. You need a little bit more gradual progression. So that's what I can see in the second half. And we're shooting into the Kop, so should be plenty of goals this second half.
Yeah, it's a great point, that, isn't it, really? Because we are so used to seeing Liverpool attack that way, aren't we?
Yeah.
Whereas sometimes when the game's a little bit slower, working through the thirds is probably the most important thing.
Yeah, well, I think that's where Liverpool might actually have a bit more luck with, not obviously a sort of Klopp-esque high press, but Ajax are sitting so deep and they are not going to be able to move the ball as quickly as they could in the past. So I think maybe if Gerrard takes a slightly more advanced position, couples up with Torres, and they really push those Ajax backs forward, force them into making some mistakes, that's where they might end up getting a little goal in that sort of a counter-attack and deep into Ajax's own third, maybe.
From Liverpool's point of view, they went behind very early. Let's take a look at the opening goal here, Tomo, as well, and it was causing us problems down the flanks, actually from our own throw-in.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was De Jure again. He intercepted that pass. He's been first to every ball. Let's have it right. I mean, he's 56, did you say, Peter? But he's been first to every ball. His passing's been exceptional. He hits a cross-field diagonal over Skittles' head that, on another day they take a good control and they go 2-0 up. But you can't argue. They fully merit their 2-0 goal lead.
This is where the first goal came from then. De Jure, who we've seen manfully defend, he's been in front of everything today.
And that's what I want to see Liverpool doing more of. Maybe like Sissoko or like Spearing, maybe he's still got a bit of legs on him, just pushing Ajax high and force them into making that mistake.
You predicted this was going to happen in the corner from Aurelio, very close from Torres.
Exactly, and again, Torres, we've been getting a lot more on the other side, and Gerrard's been taking him, and Torres has been waiting at that back post. But I want to see again Torres maybe pushing those defenders, forcing them into making the mistakes instead of very nearly got a goal from here.
It was a great run there from Torres. He got ahead of his mark and a good ball from Aurelio, but that's what we're going to miss in this second half as well. Obviously Aurelio's gone off, so it's up to the likes of Stevie G and Jay Spearing to put these crosses into the box now with real quality.
And this is the second goal for Ajax as well. In fact, this is the chance, I should say, for Maxi Rodriguez. Again, it was Torres causing problems, Tomo.
Yeah, I mean, he's been a bit hit and miss, Torres, hasn't he? He's desperate to get involved, and he's been making them runs. Obviously, he can't make them as quick as he used to. But, the thing is, what the midfielders need to start doing is that slower build-up. Give him the chance to find the position so he can just make that short movement off the shoulder, maybe in the box. Because once he's in that box, he's absolutely clinical.
And again, it was all born out of Ryan Babel just pushing them high and winning the ball back high up the pitch, and that's what I think Liverpool have to do more. They are the better team on and off the ball, but they've just got to really deal with that Ajax low block.
Jay Spearing has gone across to take the corners in the closing stages of the game, and Liverpool are wondering just how this stayed out of the back of the net.
I know, I've seen pinball machines with less action than that. It was incredible to see. And again, the willingness of the Ajax players to chuck their body in front of the ball.
Absolutely, they are so competitive. They do look like they play together a bit more regularly than our boys. They do know how to move the ball. They do know how to move off the ball. They've got a good mix of experience and some young legs in there, and they're using it to their advantage, And
again, also to note, Desween again at the other end this time, playing a massive role. He's been so good today.
Looked like he wanted to come off prior to that block on the line, but he's grown into his second win, you might say. And this is how Ajax elongated that lead. Liverpool were all out of shape, but technically a really, really wonderful goal, wasn't it?
Oh, it was a fantastic goal. I mean, Kiki Musampa, when he come on, he did change the game, he influenced the game. But Bo Richter down that left-hand side there, you know, he's got at Bjorn, hasn't he? He's done him a couple of times, and that was a lovely touch and a beautiful finish. Jersey had no chance there. Look at that little flick there from that number 10 again, who's been all over the place.
And you can see how Fabio Aurelio picked up the problem he had there. He just caught a knee right in the ribs, you'll see, as he comes across here to provide the finish there. Musampa, former Manchester City man, scoring for Ajax, and you can see still how much it means to these visiting players as well. There will be plenty of changes in the second half. They're all down there, the players that hadn't figured in the first half for the second. But what might he be saying to them, Sven-Goran Eriksson, at the moment? Some of you've seen one or two of his team talks. I imagine it will be relaxed.
Well, he's very relaxed. He's always very calm. I mean, that's one thing that struck me. You know, he's very composed. He doesn't let his emotions get the better of him. And we've seen that little chat, that little conversation we had in the dressing room beforehand. But I mean, I think he'll just be saying much what I've just been saying myself there is, you know, slower build up, give yourself that chance to get your breather and get up the pitch gradually, and you know, the chances will present themselves.
On the other hand, what would your team talk be like, Iain Stirling?
I'd say push them, get high up the pitch. They've not even got one player sitting on the halfway line for the counter attack. So if I was a Liverpool manager now, I'd be like, let's push it up, give it all you've got for the next 10, 15, and they could easily get one or two in very quick succession if they can just force Ajax into making some mistakes on the ball, particularly deep in their own area.
Well, it is all to do for Liverpool in the second half. They have a 2-goal deficit to come back from at the break then, as the second half looms large. It's Liverpool Legends 0, Ajax 2.
The LFC Foundation, creating life-changing opportunities for young people and families for over 20 years. In the last 12 months, we have supported over 123,000 people. That's 39,000 people more than last season. We are the official charity of Liverpool Football Club, where our work targets those that need it most. With 768 people who have been supported on their quest for employment.
The sports work programme has helped me a lot in doing new things that I wouldn't have done before.
You're able to build on yourself and be able to make yourself a better character.
With 90% of participants surveyed reporting an improvement in their physical health, and 89% of participants reporting an improvement in their mental health. Participants scored sessions an average of 9.24 out of 10 in our satisfaction survey. And we have donated nearly 90,000 food hampers, tickets, equipment and gifts, both locally and internationally. It's about so much more than football, although we're quite good at that too.
It's helped me improve as a player and as a person.
You learn new skills and new things every day.
They're just proper nice people. Persuade me to do good in school and helps me be a better kid.
For every £1 we spend, we generate over £13 for our community. But don't just take our word for it.
I'm proud to be an ambassador of LFC Foundation. The need for support around Liverpool and the rest of the world is more important than ever. The LFC Foundation's mission is to provide life-changing opportunities for young people and families, and I've been fortunate to see them out in the community. I'm inspired by their dedication and passion. What we do today impacts our world tomorrow. With our actions, we can provide positive, sustainable change for future generations. We'll never walk alone.
Your support makes a difference. To donate now, scan the QR code on screen or head to liverpoolfc.com/donate.
Thanks for donation. Scan the QR on the screen.
Are they? Have I got time to grab something?
Iain Stirling's just asking, has he got time to get a hot dog? The answer to that is no. You'll have to make do with the fruit pastilles. They might. And Daniel Agger will be the back three, so really going for it in the second half.
That's what I said they've got to do. They know Ajax are going to be camped behind that ball in that low block, and they've got to press them higher. And I think those three guys will be more than capable to hold at the Ajax attacking line.
And we're also going to see Djibril Cissé in this second half as well, and Dirk Kuyt also. You played in these games before, Tomo. Is there any kind of clicking back into motion in the half-time changing room, in the sense of, is everybody just trying to get through the game now, or will there be a real conversation about, we've not been good enough, boys, we're going to have to try and get back into this quick?
Oh no, the lads' pride will be dented there, you know, they'll be absolutely devastated. That's when it does kick into gear and you start to realise what you are doing wrong, and I think the lads have been a little bit selfish out there. They've tried to, you know, do the Hollywood pass, or the shot from outside the box when it could have been an extra pass. So that three at the back actually makes sense, and I think when Sven actually won the league with Lazio in 2000, they played three at the back.
So he's going to have to make do with what he has at his disposal, and Liverpool players coming back out for the second half. Welcome back to Anfield. Liverpool with a real job on in the second half to get back into the game, and you can see Martin Skrtel striding out there. Dirk Kuyt now, who he still looks as youthful as ever, but back in the management game, so he will carry with him a little bit of stress. Sander Westerveld, who was a big part of the treble-winning team of Gerrard Houllier back in the day, and also a change in goal for Ajax as well, who will rotate their squad. Not quite as many players on duty for them this afternoon, but it won't come as any surprise to see that Demi Dazou doesn't want to come off. He's having the game of his life out there.
Yeah, I was so like you said though, 5-10 minutes in he was sort of cramping up and wanting off, and then ever since then he's sort of he's been giving Virgil van Dijk a run for his money.
He got a second wind and a third wind.
Who were the big influences then, Tomo? I mean, I instantly looked to the likes of John Barnes on the bench down there for you. As a young player coming through, there would have been fewer better influences around the dressing room than him, wouldn't there?
Absolutely. I think, you know, John was always one of the ones who would pull the youngsters to one side and always talk tactics, you know, in-depth tactics as well. And he was fascinating to listen to. He's such an intelligent guy.
Ajax starting the second half like they finished off.
And see, this is what I want to see. Push them. Don't let them sit there deep. Just make them make mistakes. Make them think about what they've got to do next.
That's one thing you will get with their Kuyt.
Yeah.
He'll be pressing them all over the pitch.
Yeah. Or at least for 15 minutes until his legs go.
Well, someone's going to smash someone out there, haven't they?
That's the spirit. Someone's got to smash someone. I want that on a T-shirt for next year.
Igor Biscan back out there, of course, in Liverpool colours as well, who became a bit of a cult hero himself, didn't he, in the treble-winning season and beyond.
He's sort of a Divock Origi character, really, isn't he?
Somebody who's gone into the management game.
Was that your iPad that nearly fell off the platform, by the way?
Well spotted. I'm sure that wasn't on camera, but just in case, that would have been.
I hope we do.
Would have been curtains.
That would have been unbelievable. I don't know how you'd have worked out who the Ajax substitutions were if you'd lost that iPad.
That would have been the least of my worries, I think.
Good information there, Peter, by the way, at half-time, because we have gone three at the back there.
You've got a source, Peter. You want to know who it is?
Got a mole.
HP.
I'll be texting you next week when I'm doing my FPL.
Oh, wow.
Edgar Davids.
Oh, nice.
Rolling back the years. Mark Gonzalez doing the only decent thing you can do in a situation like that, and shakes his hand and says, well done. And we talk about players who look exactly the same as when they were playing. There's the prime example. He's probably the same playing weight.
He was the perfect centre midfielder. He could play the 6, the 8 and the 10. He was just exceptional in everything he did. I mean, so quick in winning the ball back. He was a pleasure to watch.
He's actually one of the few midfielders of his time that would sit perfectly in the Liverpool starting 11 now, with that sort of his diversity within the 6, 8 and 10 position, which is obviously what Liverpool look to do these days.
Absolutely. McAllister filling that role beautifully now.
Yeah.
Gabriel Cisse on the pitch as well, who is an important part off the pitch as he is on it. He's tonight's DJ.
Is he?
The after party, yeah.
Ryan Babel will be singing.
They might do a shift each, actually. That's the bit you look forward to more than the football, Tom, is it not?
Well, I am.
What is
going.
it, a pint after?
The social.
I'm performing in Crewe tonight.
Working again tonight?
Working tonight.
What time's that start?
8 o'clock at the Crewe Lyceum Theatre. But we're not here to talk about me.
Go forward looking for.
But you can get tickets from.
You can get tickets from my website. And I am playing Liverpool on May the 30th. Come on down. I can't remember where.
I was trying to tee you up to plug that.
I know, but it feels wrong.
What are the crowd like in Crewe?
They're nice, actually, you know. It's a rough time in Crewe, but it's quite nice. It's not far from Liverpool, which is what I like about it. There'll be a few people here today coming. I think they've messaged me on Instagram or whatever.
Edgar Davids might be there.
I was saying that. I said, you'll need to take your sunglasses off, mate.
We should get a coach and get all the boys down there. That's what we should do.
I would love that.
Who'd be the chief heckler out of the squad, do you think, Tomo?
I'll drive the bus.
John Barnes 100% would have something to say, wouldn't he?
Sven would love a night out as well, wouldn't he, in Crewe?
Oh, yeah. Imagine taking Sven to Crewe.
Crondelli's ball out to this far side. Another crossing opportunity again. It was the man most likely, and Kiki Musampa, who looked most interested for Ajax there.
Here we go. Just a bit quicker. That's what we want.
Gabriel Cisse, who last night, by the way, was there at the meal and made the mad dash across the academy facility to watch his son make his debut for Liverpool's under-18s.
Oh, amazing.
All of his sons are footballers. His eldest is at Notts County. He's got another son that's at Nottingham Forest, and one who's at Liverpool. He's a ball boy here for home games, but made his under-18s debut last night.
Who was that, Peter?
Gabriel Cisse's son.
Really?
Yeah.
This is much better.
Torres to Gonzalez. He left-footed cross, and Cisse was just making that room for the run of Igor Biscan, who was joining in.
Just couldn't quite get on the end of it, could he?
That was a beautiful cross there. But he's done well since he's come on, Igor, actually. He's picking up the ball there and driving forward.
You've got to get on the end of that. You've got to.
He has, hasn't he?
Well,
Ajax not being able to settle into that rhythm, and Torres thought that Dirk was a little bit closer, or maybe a little bit quicker, and he just couldn't catch it up. But Liverpool have started the more dominant. Steven Gerrard, he doesn't really join in that much in Saudi with the sessions, does from time to time, and
that looked like a tired pass there.
Did an undercut one from the skipper.
I think what I'd like to see now, though, is Stevie just dropping into that 6 and just maybe hitting a few diagonals wide.
And Gonzalez brought down.
Yeah, he'll basically act out his entire career in the space of this 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Just slowly moving deeper into the midfield.
Just been given a message here as well that Virgil van Dijk is watching. So Virgil, well done in the battle of Scotland and Holland, the two Liverpool captains. As the ball is floated in, and it's Igor Biscan again at the back post, and the flag stayed down. So if you'd like to say anything nice about the Liverpool skipper, probably now is the time to do it, Ian.
Well, do you know what? Well done, Virgil. You deserve a couple of lucky breaks, which is what you had. You were outplayed in the first half, and then a few lucky breaks in about the 80th minute, and you managed to secure a win against a shock win, I'd say, against a very promising team. So congratulations to Virgil. He brought out the best in those up-and-comers in the Dutch squad.
Very gallant of you. As a wounded Scotsman today. Ajax on the hunt again. And it's the two substitutes, Kroon-Deli and Kiki Musampa.
That's nicely won. That's a lovely touch by Fernando.
Did well, Torres, and Cisse was just thinking about the pass. But it has been the story of this game so far. Ajax in very quickly, and it's another brilliant shot on goal from Musampa. And I'm not sure Sander Westerveld would have got to that.
I don't think he knew what happened.
Looked like he was a little bit unsighted. Trying to give him an excuse there.
Yeah. You can't give Kiki Musampa that much space at the edge of the box. He just looks up. I think he sees the keeper slightly out of position and just has a swing in it.
Well, he does struggle from about 25, 30 yards, because he struggled with mine when I played here for Coventry, Sander. Went right in the top corner.
Not mentioned that yet, have we?
No.
For the winner against Chelsea, and coming back here as a Coventry player and scoring a wonderful goal at the Anfield Road end. Igor Biscan has found his feet. Steven Gerrard. Gonzalez was making that run for him. Daniel Agger. Daniel Agger, who's made a bit of a foray into management himself in the past couple of seasons. But, he was only 31 when he retired, Daniel Agger. So there's Gonzalez.
Got to be.
Gregory Vignot. And that will mean the world to him, as somebody that didn't get that many in his playing career. Coaching at Rangers and Dundee, won the SPL whilst with Rangers, but spent so much of his time out here as an understudy to John Arne Riise, and the biggest hug is for his manager on the day, Sven-Goran Eriksson.
Lovely to see that straight over to Sven, big hug. That is one of the beautiful things about games like this.
What a wonderful finish as well.
It was a beautiful finish, but a great ball in from Rodriguez on the side there. And a lovely little side foot finish right into the bottom corner. Cop end, he'll be delighted with that. And so will Sven.
And then the Liverpool chants begin to echo around Anfield.
It's going to be like a tsunami now.
I think they're going to keep coming, I'd imagine. And Torres.
Cisse's put Torres in here. Big chance for Torres, who for once has fluffed his lines at the Cop end.
Oh, there was a bit of Torres for Chelsea there, I think, if you ask me.
Yes. That's two with his left foot now. He's missed Torres.
Oh, what a...
It was a really good foul in the end from Gregory Vignot on Michael Kroon-Deli, who, aside from Musampa, two really big changes for Ajax that just present this kind of danger. He's involved again. He was again looking for Musampa. Crossing opportunity, headed clear this time by Sami Hyypiä. Picked up again by Derek Berichter.
Well won.
Gonzalez did well. Kaut, Torres, oh, it was better. Just cut out by Irby Umaljansson.
And it's just much better the second half, just not letting Ajax sit deep, not letting them play it from the back, forcing them to making the mistakes, and that's why they've got the goal.
There's definitely more energy about Liverpool, but the game is poised at a really decent point now. But Ajax on the attack again here with Simeon de Jong.
Oh, lovely skill from Davids.
Edgar Davids now.
And we've got
there's somebody on the pitch here that is just delaying the game. Heading for Steven Gerrard.
There you go.
He's come on for a selfie with Stevie G.
And he's going to get one as well. Yes!
Oh, that's it. There's going to be an invasion now.
We don't condone that behaviour.
I might go and rush on myself.
We don't condone that behaviour at Liverpool, but I, Iain Stirling, think that is absolutely bloody brilliant.
You had your opportunity to get a selfie with him when he was getting a rub down before the game, Steven Gerrard. Tomo, you missed it.
Well, it was more like Steve get a selfie with Stevie G's bum, wasn't he?
Hey, you got to take what you can get.
Hey, I'd have got paid for that, eh?
You could have done all right out of that, actually.
Kenneth Perez has come on for Ajax here.
Ajax substitution replacing number 21, Dirk Bollington. Is number 11, Kenneth Perez.
Also, if you are watching on your phone, could the mother and father of that young boy please make their way to the front exit, please? Thank you very much. Cheers.
That's your best George Sefton impression there. And you're so used to these kind of environments, Ian, as well. How much of your week is spent in environments with a lit mic on and writing scripts? Quite a lot?
Yeah, well, when Love Island's on, that's my day, basically. And then also we do the podcast. We're not using lip mics. Although I did do the 5 Live FPL podcast the other day, and Chris Sutton insists on using a lip mic even when he's doing a podcast.
I think that was a laugh a minute.
Do you have to script that then on Love Island?
Yeah, I write it with my friend Mark. It's a laugh, like, it's a real laugh.
That was the challenge that was penalised by Gregory Vignal, the goal scorer.
Barely touched him, barely touched him.
Another substitution.
It's Richard Viska who's come on, and we see the age of the substitutes that are coming on for Ajax here. We saw Kenneth Perez come on a few moments ago at the age of 49. Richard Viska is 54. And they still look like they could play. One thing that Sander Vestel was saying, actually, lads, just prior to the game, was most of these players actually still play at a very good amateur level, so they'll play every weekend for their local village teams.
You can tell the way they move the ball, the way they coordinate themselves. They've still got the power, they've still got the craft there, you know. They get back behind the ball when they lose it, so they're organised.
Look, Richard Visker comes out looking like a geography teacher, and in the first 3 touches he's done, he looks absolutely incredible.
World Cup part of Holland's squad in 1990. Euro 96 as well, you might remember.
I remember him from 96.
11 seasons he spent with Ajax across 2 different spells, played for Barcelona as well, so plenty of know-how in there.
Looks like a young Jan Mulder, doesn't he?
So Ajax with the 2-1 lead then. Got that very early. Liverpool back in the game via Gregory Vignal. If you're just tuning in, I know I did say Gregory Vignal, who got Liverpool back in the game again. Wonderful goal at the Kop end. No goal for Torres yet. No Steven Gerrard Torres combination for the Reds. And the further the game goes on this way, the further you will see a more frustrated Fernando Torres, who has that bit of street fighter about him, doesn't he, as a player?
I'd love to see that sort of pit bull come out of him later on.
Yeah,
it might, very much might.
Be a good fight, him and David. If we don't win the football, we'll definitely win the fight.
You can see why
What was that, Peter?
you can see why his former teammate Arbeloa was,
he done a runner,
quickly away
didn't he?
from him recently, can't you, in that youth game? They might have been friends back in the day, but Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid don't really get on, do they, even at that level? Daniel Agger joining in.
I didn't know what a unit he was, actually, Peter. You know, when I stood next to him before, he's a good 6'2", 6'3", isn't he?
Edgar Davids or Fernando Torres?
Oh, he's in here, Torres. Big opportunity for him. Quick feed from Torres. Can he find the opening? Just looking for that postage stamp he used to find so easily back in the day. And is the story going to take the turn that he wants it to? I'm sure once he gets the goal at the Kop end, if it is going to be inevitable, he will probably come off the pitch straight away. Just couldn't find the opening. Still danger though. Gonzalez with a really good switch of play. Steven Gerrard! Another decent save.
That's Torres and Gerrard with shots on target in the last minute. Things are starting to spice up.
He's changed the game, Rodriguez, here. He's put some good balls into the box there, linking up well with Vignan.
I think having those wide options have really helped. I think Dirk Kuyt's gone out a bit wider, isn't he? And that's really freed them up a bit as well.
Ryan Babel's going to come on for Ajax very soon. And Jari Litmanen, of course, who's got Liverpool strip on, will at some point come on as a Liverpool player. Who he really struggled with COVID. Jari Litmanen says he's only just getting back to normal now. It's struggled for a few years after he got COVID the first time. Marc Gonzalez on the hunt for the Reds again.
Do you remember COVID?
Strange times, weren't they?
Oh wow, wow.
And it's Emmanuelson forward. Can't find the cross, it was good defending by Sami Hyypiä. Long legs of his. He's an ice hockey player these days. And it was a challenge right out of that sport there, wasn't it, from Sami Hyypiä?
Here we go.
Steven Gerrard. Look at the men he's got forward. Count wants the switch of play. Not sure whether the legs of Chelcee are willing though.
Yeah, he's starting to take control of this game now, Stevie. It's almost like he's...
Gonzalez from distance.
He's not going to let this game go without him getting it by the scruff of the neck. And that's what he used to do in big games.
And Ryan Babel is about to come on. Ronald de Boer as well. He'll make his way onto the pitch. Wearing number 6, the famous shirt for Ajax at the age of 53.
Amazing player.
Crondelli is the man to come off at the very young age of 40.
I'm pleased Crondelli's gone off actually, because he was tired. He was finding lovely little pockets.
And Davids volunteers to make way for Ryan Babel.
He's played brilliantly.
He showed his class, hasn't he? He's not been on long, but he showed his class. I'm just glad they haven't got Seedorf in the ranks and Carnu.
Yeah, if you want to go through Ajax full list, we're probably very fortunate to avoid quite some big players, to be fair.
Sander Westerveld has almost been the sleeper in the camp. He says there's quite a few Ajax legends who didn't fancy the game because of the Liverpool squad. They're counting the chest down.
Come on, referee!
This guy felt he was fouled.
Oh, he's got a chance here. Ryan's in.
Yeah, real counter. Ryan Babel is away. He's away and running. In on Sander Westerveld. And Westerveld held him up long enough. Couldn't find the finish.
Well, there would have been a investigation into this game if that goal had gone in. I tell you what, it would have rumbled on for weeks. We would have had Gary Neville on Sky Sports making excuses for referees left, right and centre, and that had been a goal, let me tell you that for free.
Oh, no. Gonzalez had the right idea, but it was dots on the lines not quite joined when Steven Gerrard was joining in behind him. Dutchman against Dutchman there, Westerveld against Ryan Babel. And Sander Westerveld coming out on top. Nice play from Sami Hyypiä to Dirk Kuyt. Torres makes the run up the end. Chelcee was inches away from it.
You can't miss those, mate. You can't miss them.
He's got to get on the end of that.
Yeah.
What was Sami Hyypiä doing impersonating Stevie G with that switch? That's the first time I've ever seen him hit a cross-field pass.
It was sort of like it was almost Van Dijk-esque, actually.
It was.
Are you still listening, Skipper?
You're still listening.
No, he meant Dick Van Dijk.
Gabriel Cissé's 43 now. He quite recently was very close to a record. I think it might have been 150 goals across his career. He was on 149, I think, and offered to come out of retirement for anybody professionally, where he could get the extra goal. Nobody took him up on it though. Can he get it here today? Get cut out to Gerrard. Gerrard trying to find his range. He's at Biscan to.
There was no movement for them to offload it, was there?
Biscan's not moving all that well. I'm not sure whether that's an age thing or whether he's carrying some kind of knock at the moment. But
I think a little of column A, a little of column B.
Sami Hyypiä looks like he could still play.
He really does. He's tried all kinds. The skiing.
It's the Scandies, man.
Yeah.
They live outside. They're like huskies.
Here's Babel with his second chance.
Goal.
On the side of the post. His two best opportunities at the Anfield Road end. And Westerveld will feel as though he gave him the eyes and put him off the second time as well. But two attempts for Babel in Ajax colours, neither of them successful. Martin Skrtel's going to make his way off the pitch. Still only 39, Martin Skrtel. And Nabil El-Zar, who was quite often used as Rafa Benitez's first substitute back in the day.
Looks like Vignal's going to drop back into that back three. Or was it Stevie?
Nabil El-Zar just 37. Can he stretch the game like he used to do in the days of getting the same call from Rafa Benitez?
That's
all
vintage.
over the top for Torres.
That was vintage Gerrard to Torres, and just couldn't quite get on the end of it.
The ball
well
possessed by Dirk Kuyt. Daniel Agger.
Come on.
Do you remember these days when he used to slalom through the midfields of the Premier League here at Anfield?
It was beautiful to watch when he was on the ball, wasn't he?
He's another one, not 40 until just before Christmas, Daniel Agger. Corner Liverpool. Cop end off Ronald de Boer. He's another one that still looks $1 million, isn't he? 53, Champions League winner with Ajax in 94-95. 5 titles with them as well. Takes over the captain's armband.
2 times Dutch Player of the Year.
Corner coming in anywhere will do.
Just want to see Torres get round this. Get round this man, front post, dink it in, happy days.
It's going to be some roar, isn't it? If Liverpool can get the equaliser.
I think the referee needs to do us a favour today.
Oh yeah.
Does he always want to?
He was a 3 or 4.
Gonzalez, corner comes in.
Gotta be, gotta be.
Box on the ground, cross from Sami Hyypiä. Agger tried to help him on his way, and acrobatics from Dirk Kuyt.
There was no Garnacho, was he?
We'll feel that one in the bar later.
Yeah, they caught him right on the bar, I think, actually.
Again, it was Hyypiä turning creator.
Now, imagine if this had gone in. Oh, it would have been a free bar all night.
He'd have had to come straight off, wouldn't he, Dirk Kuyt, if he'd scored that?
Oh, I don't think he would have got up. I think he would have got these teammates to carry him off.
Manuelson trying to find a way out for Ajax. It's Ryan Babel all the way back there. Ryan Babel, of course, was a youngster. In fact, he had 3 spells, didn't he, at Ajax across different parts of his career. Brought his son with him last night. He was the absolute spitting image of Ryan Babel when he signed for Liverpool. He'd actually mistaken them. It was like going back in time.
Wait, Ryan Babel's son looks like a young Ryan Babel.
That's weird.
His son must be like 17 or 18. Honestly, you would mistake.
Does he play?
He must play.
Yeah.
He's got great heritage. Nabil El-Zar. They take on the full-back here. El-Zar as well. Can't stand it up. And it comes back off El-Zar. And it will be an Ajax.
So another reason I love games like this, Nabil El-Zar is one of those players. The minute you hear the name, it just you go, oh yeah, it just brings back so many memories. He's always on that sort of 60-70 minute mark as an impact sub.
Aaron Vinter's going to come on as well. And Liverpool will be glad to see the back of Moussampa. He was once assistant manager, Aaron Vinter, to Erik ten Hag at Ajax. 57 years of age, part of the Euro 88 iconic winning team. And will also have worked with the Greece national team more recently as a coach as well.
He was a class player, Vinter. Lovely on the ball.
Vinter out to Ryan Babel here.
Well, the Netherlands are probably... So the Netherlands are probably one of a hand for the teams that can cause England any chip coming the Euros as well.
Alzar felt he was fouled. There's maybe one of the decisions that Liverpool have got back from the
attack here.
The referee.
He was quick here. They've got a bit of space down that left-hand side if they want to use it.
Cal. Cal back to Gonzalez. Finds a bit of space. Torres at the back post. Looked as though it was going to be the moment, didn't it?
He wants it. He wants it.
Gonzalez has caused Ajax trouble. It's a lovely cross. Labont was happy to take the ball in his hands. So let's go down back pitch side, shall we? See who Becky Davis has with it.
Thank you very much, Pete. I am sat right by the bench. I'll tell you what, it's pretty intense at the moment. I've got Jay Spearing alongside me, fresh from his 45 minutes in the first half. Jay, we've got, what, 20 minutes to go, just under. It feels like it's all Liverpool at the moment. There's another goal in this for us, isn't there?
I think it's very similar to the first half. I think that they scored so quick, kind of obviously. Once from then, though, I think it was all us and the momentum. They've kind of done the sucker punch right before half-time to go in. To go down 2-1, but the second half, the same story, isn't it? We've all been on top. Obviously, Ryan's gone and missed 2 good chances, which we talked about at half-time for us. Yeah, but yeah, the ascendancy's coming and listen. Nando's had plenty of chances there, and I'm sure one's hopefully going to go in.
One's going in, isn't it? Just on yourself as well. You said beforehand you're a little bit nervous. It didn't show us all in that first half. How did you find it?
Do you know what? I really loved it. I thought it was brilliant, really enjoyable.
That's the 150th.
Gabriel Cisse with the goal. And it's one that he's waited for a long time. He's looking up into the stands for his boys, who are all footballers now as well. And Nottingham Forest at Notts County. He's got one he made his debut for Liverpool's under-18s last night. And his dad, or their dad, has just got a goal at the Kop end. Lovely cross from Dirk Kuyt, header down from Cisse. And Labont couldn't keep it out, and Liverpool are level pegging again.
Yeah, it all comes from that Gerrard free kick. Lovely touch from Dirk, and he just knocks it up into the air, and Jabril's there just to head it down. Nothing the keeper can do about it.
Lovely composure there from Dirk Kuyt. He's probably considering doing that overhead kick again, and then he thought twice about it and put a lovely ball into the box.
And that is entertainment's loss, unfortunately. But Liverpool legends game. 2-all, game on.
What he was there for back in the day. Gabriel Cisse, one-time record signing at £14 million, scored in 3 major finals for Liverpool, actually signed by Gerard Houllier, but Houllier left before he got the chance to play him, so a big player under Rafa Benitez. And Liverpool's dominance with the ball has finally...
He scored a pen in the Champions League final.
2005, yeah, coming back from a broken leg, wasn't it?
Wow,
from
yeah, he did.
The winter right through to the summer. Broke his leg in October of 2004. Scored a penalty in the Champions League in May.
That's wild. It's like Wolverine.
Another question or a comment from Virgil van Dijk, by the way, for you, Ian, who he says he knows you're still hurting from last night as a Scotsman.
Well, you know, when the favourites lose, it's always tough to take. But I wish the Dutch team all the best in the Euros. And if you are listening, Virgil, I do love you dearly.
Surely that goes without saying.
That goes without saying. You've been an absolute legend this season, so well done. Phenomenal. The GOAT, as the children say, and sign your contract, thank you.
His new contract will be ready by the time he comes back.
Gerrard out to Cisse. Gerrard has Gonzalez on that.
Oh, lovely ball,
far into the penalty area. Elzar, we thought about going down there. Cisse's got a scent of that Kop end goal.
Wouldn't that goal count on his towards his professional record? Why not?
No, I don't think it will.
I'll be asking questions. I'll put that on my Wikipedia.
Talking of Wikipedia, when you check Sven-Goran Eriksson's Wikipedia now, it also adds to his repertoire of clubs, Liverpool legends.
Oh, that's lovely.
He's had an incredible career, really. And this just tops it off.
It's the game not done yet. He's desperate to win.
The geography teacher's whipped it through.
De Boer in a makeshift centre forward role there. Fernando Torres, desperate for his goal, isn't he? He would love a winner.
He'd love a goal.
Gerrard gets them going again. Igor Biscan, Marc Gonzalez. A decent cross, calmly defended by Lindenberg. Turned out of things very well there. Kenneth Perez, at the age of 49, was more than a match for a man 10 years his junior. And there's going to be a change here as well in goal for Liverpool for the final 12 minutes. Sander Westerveld comes off. Chris Kirkland will come on. And aside from his football repartee, Chris Kirkland at 42, he's somebody that gives so much of his time to the LFC Foundation, and this will be a big moment for him as well. Learned his trade at Coventry under Steve Grijevic, a lifelong Liverpool fan. He had his daughter join in training last night as well, who's another very good young goalkeeper in the female game. Can he keep Ajax at bay in the final 12 minutes of this game?
Can he keep himself warm with the Ajax attacks, Ben?
Here's Gabriel Cisse. Torres coming forward for foul. Emmanuelson's does brilliantly. Cisse there. Big opportunity for Nabil Elzar. There we go.
Nabil coming on as a late sub and changing the game like he done so many times for Liverpool back in the day.
It was so often the man that Rafa Benitez turned to when defences were tiring, bringing him on to stretch the game.
And he's done exactly that, hasn't he?
When he came on the pitch, Liverpool were losing the game, now 3-2 in front.
Super sub, the modern day David Fairclough. A beautiful finish there, let's have it right.
Powered his way.
No chance.
He cupped his ear. He's out in Doha now trying to build a coaching career. And it's probably a bit of a look towards people saying Nabil Elzar in the Liverpool Legends team, but that's what he was brought here for. Young legs, 37. Has he just got the Liverpool winner?
It's lovely, lovely goal. And the Ajax are going to have to change things up now because they can't carry on the way they're playing.
Ryan Babel can't find his way past the guy that got things started again for Liverpool in the goal-scoring stakes in Gregory Vignal.
I think if they do lose this, Ryan Babel will be kicking himself with them 2 chances missed.
He might not get invited back.
Well, we do get 2 for 1 out of him actually, so he probably will.
Well, he's definitely not getting invited to Crewe.
Liverpool potentially thinking over another change here, but they're on the hunt again. It's Elzar, it's Torres. Can he find a way? Agger's joining in almost as a number 10 here. Chance for Steven Gerrard.
Oh! You would have loved that to have gone in. Lovely play by Torres, dancing, playing with the defence, then a cheeky little back heeler, and Gerrard gets on the end of it. You just want him to get his body over it and rattle into the top corner, but he's just leaning back a little bit and it sails over the bar, sadly.
Daniel Agger could sniff a bit of danger there as well, and he was joining in as part of Liverpool's attack.
Like a matador, wasn't he then, El Nino?
He certainly was.
I get the feeling though we could leave him here with a bag of balls and, you know, tell him to turn the lights off and he still wouldn't be able to score today.
Sometimes there's days like those.
Substitution for Ajax coming on, number 7, Norden Buter, replacing number 8, Richard Witteman.
And Norden Buter is on, 47, part of their Champions League winning squad. He was actually the first teenager to score in a Champions League semi-final in '96. He's a coach these days. Ajax just trying to get as many fresh legs as they can on the pitch now, because they can sense that Liverpool want another to make it safe.
They just need someone up top who's got a bit of pace about them. I just don't think they've got the options really, sadly.
Gerrard with another rangefinder, one end of the pitch to the other.
He's really coming to his own the last sort of 5-10 minutes. I think he'll be some player when he grows up, Stephen.
He might have a chance. Here's Daniel Agger from distance. We've seen this before.
Oh, now that is a blast from the past, literally.
Wasn't far away. The left hammer of Daniel Agger.
That was close.
Keeper was full stretch, wasn't he? Not sure at all that one was going to end up wide of his post.
Yeah, look at this. There's nowhere for the Ajax lads to go. Oh.
Gerrard almost. Daniel Agger, by the way, who is the owner of the biggest online tattoo booking system in the world. Millions of users a month.
Really?
Yeah. He was always into his tattoos when he's here. He's got "You'll Never Walk Alone" tattooed on one of his hands.
Don't we all?
Big chance here now for Dibriel Cissé.
Torres is raging.
The run of Gonzalez. He's still there, Gonzalez. Torres is still there as well. Yeah, we got him! Fortune favouring the brave.
He's done it.
Fernando Torres, who had his goal at the Cop end, and he might just have made the win safe for his team as well. Lovely moment for him.
I knew if I mocked him, he'd put one away.
And he just about managed it. It wasn't the prettiest, but that is what Torres does. Right place, right time, puts it in the back of the net, and the fans go wild, and rightfully so, because that is a true Liverpool legend right there.
Would be the best goal he's ever scored, but he won't care. And it was Marc Gonzalez again causing problems, wasn't it? He'd waited for that pass patiently and found the killer assist for that man, Fernando Torres.
Well, you thought the chance had gone initially from Cissé, and it falls out on the left-hand side. And Gonzalez, he's done well since he's come on. He's been involved in all the goals.
Yeah, Kuyt and Gonzalez have made a huge difference, just widening the game a bit. And actually, you say that, it's gone under the goalkeeper, it's moving. He's done well to get a toe on it and get it goal-bound, to be fair to Torres. Now, when you watch it back...
Would have been cruel if the offside flag went up, wouldn't it?
As Ian quite rightly pointed out, the ref or the officials overall owed us a couple, didn't they?
We had a couple in credit. I'll say we're even now, even Stevens.
And strikers are funny animals, aren't they? In the sense that he would have struggled to get back on that plane tomorrow without a goal at Anfield. It was the question everybody would have asked him, and he does have it now, and it could be the one that just sees Liverpool over the line. Jori Litmanen's going to come back on as a Liverpool player here.
I imagine for Fernando Torres is my guess.
And wonderfully just out of your picture, he's getting some quite intricate instructions from Sven-Goran Eriksson as to the role that he wants him to play. Final instructions as well from Ian Rush, John Aldridge and John Barnes. Torres has his goal, and he will bow out of Anfield in his first appearance for the Liverpool legends with a goal at the Cop end. It's how he would have imagined it would have happened at breakfast this morning.
Well, it's played out perfectly for him, but I mean, he is a legend in the true sense of the word. He's been an amazing player. He's had a fantastic career, hasn't he? It's a breathtaking career, really. And he gives Sven a lovely hug on the way off.
Yeah, that's why you come to games like this. Fernando Torres looking the part, scoring a goal, giving Sven a big hug at the end. It's what makes these games so special.
Daniel Agger, who was rolling back the years at the other end of the pitch before, just wonderfully defending Liverpool's rear guard there as well. So he hasn't played football for years, Daniel Agger.
Really? He's looking good for it.
Like he's never been away.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but he's looking good. And I tell you what, 4-2, brilliant scoreline for a friendly as well. Got your money's worth in here tonight if you paid for your ticket. All the money going to the LFC Foundation, obviously.
Torres can't find his way through.
I
Still
don't
an
think we've finished
opportunity.
scoring yet.
Perhaps
Here
here
we
for
go.
Gabriel Chelcee, who just couldn't catch it up. And as Le Bon came rushing out from his goal. And we should also remember, as part of the donation that you might be able to make for this game today, not just in the local community but also for Liverpool's former players, the Forever Reds. Not all of them were lucky enough to have the wherewithal of the modern game. Plenty of them have hit hard times over the years, and this is also a game that supports them as well. So Kenny Dalglish, a big supporter of helping out former players, but it will also 60% of the LFC Foundation staff involved in non-sport specific programmes, so not just football that it goes towards, also helping people out in the community as well, food banks, etc.
Yeah, the amount of money that goes back into the schools in the local area is phenomenal, really. Makes a huge difference.
Jari Litmanen's first touch back in Liverpool colours.
And if you're wondering why there's no Ajax fans leaving the stadium at the minute, that's because there are none. It's all Liverpool today.
Elzar with a wonderful touch there for Dirk Kuyt, whose power almost found its way past Le Bon, who's been busy, hasn't he, the substitute goalkeeper.
Tell you what, he's done not much wrong, really, considering how many he's gone past him.
Dirk Kuyt is 43 now. He's back managing again as well. He's now in the Belgian second division at Beerschot.
Don't mind if I do.
I was leaving you a gap there.
Okay, thank you.
Provide the crosses, you provide the finishes.
He'll be desperate for a goal as well, Dirk Kuyt, against these.
Oh yeah, of course.
Clive Vanhart, you might remember, who had a reputation as a prolific goal scorer in his early career. He only played 4 games for Ajax, but had a really long career in England. He played for Huddersfield, Leeds, Preston Oldham. And here he is, up against Sami Hyypiä. He helps Dutch players get trials in England these days.
He looks like he's going to be a sort of rapid impact striker.
Well, one goal from Ajax here would certainly make it interesting in the closing stages.
I'd love to see it.
Oh,
Really
Stevie's just got megged.
He won't forget that moment.
He meant it. That's the ball.
The idea was there from Agger. He was trying to find Gabriel Chelcee, and that is it. Just as Gregory Vignal was preparing to make one last run, Liverpool, as they always do in these games at Anfield, and the signal from Dirk Kuyt. He didn't get his goal, but it looks like a win over the old enemy. Is one that he really enjoyed. Gregory Vignal, who got all of it underway, getting Liverpool back in the game again, having trailed 2-0 by the break. And it was a real gallant effort, wasn't it, in the second half from Liverpool, who looked like a completely different team. It was the substitute goalkeeper who was probably the busiest, Gabriel Chelcee, getting his goal to get Liverpool back level pegging again. And it was Nabil Elzar and then Fernando Torres that made this victory safe for Liverpool here this afternoon. What a wonderful occasion. It's a full house, and one where they raise lots of money once again for the LFC Foundation. Plenty of smiles, and it was one where so many Liverpool players just managed to roll back the years. But the occasion really was all about Sven-Goran Eriksson, who managed to fulfill a lifelong ambition of his own to manage Liverpool here this afternoon. Being thanked there by Forbes Duff, who's a big part of this LFC Foundation as well, and he will get his moment, Sven-Goran Eriksson, to parade around the pitch here with his players very shortly. Something else you'll see here live on LFC TV. But the game is finished. Liverpool Legends 4, Ajax Legends 2. Well, what a big game, David Thompson. It was one that we looked forward to before. There was a sprinkling of all kinds of Liverpool magic about it, from the experience to the recently retired. It didn't start too well, but it certainly finished well.
No, I mean, you're absolutely spot on, Peter. The first half was a little bit slow. I thought Ajax were dominant in that. You know, they had that 20-minute spell. Liverpool got back into it for 5-10 minutes, and then they finished the half really well, Ajax. So that change in system at half-time, so whoever's come up with that, you know, go 3 at the back, it definitely made a huge impact to the game. Rodriguez coming on as well, having a huge influence, so thoroughly deserved in the end, and lovely to see, you know, Fernando Torres got on the score sheet, absolute legend, but beautiful to see. Sven's out there, he's enjoying himself. I mean, it's not just about Sven today, it is about the money that's raised for this foundation, and you know, this is what this club does well. It raises money for people and it cares about the society.
It's a club that also makes dreams come true, and you know, he had a very long career, 50 years at the top level of football, Sven-Goran Eriksson, but you know, his dad, who he says is 94 now, still watches Liverpool play every weekend on the TV. I'm sure there were tears in his house, Sven Senior, to see his boy, who he will still be all these years on at 76.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
A chance.
Doesn't matter how old they get, they'll always be your little one, won't it? So yeah, what a fantastic moment, and it just shows you the power of football. Like I said before, Sven grew up in a footballing household, was worked in football management and in football for 50 years plus. And even now, he still, in his free time, enjoys coming to the football, and that's just testament to the man he is and also to the power of football. It's a fantastic thing.
And this is a moment that they all wanted at the end of the game, because we shouldn't forget, David, as well, that very few players get the chance to say goodbye as Liverpool players. You know, they will leave at the end of a season, or a club will come in and buy them, and they don't get the chance to walk around and wave to the fans. But this is maybe that bit of them making peace with that departure and the fact that they're not footballers anymore.
No, you're absolutely spot on, Peter. It is a good chance to say goodbye, really. Go out and, you know, leave everything on the pitch there and leave a lasting impression. Because it is upsetting. You know, I told you before, when I was leaving the club, there was, you know, I had to run out the gates because there was tears in my eyes. I didn't want anyone to see that. So you don't get the chance to say goodbye. So yeah, it really is an emotional experience, and this will be an emotional experience for Sven-Goran Eriksson. Now, what a gesture from the club, though, you know, to invite him here and give him that opportunity. It does appear to have been a lifelong ambition. I know he said he became close back in 1986-87, where he may have joined the club, and there was discussions about that. But this is realising a dream for him, and it is the power of this club, you know, and also raising money for a fantastic charity and helping out in the local society. It's the power of what old men can do on a football pitch is incredible, really.
Yeah, absolutely, couldn't agree more.
John Aldridge just illustrating to Sven-Goran Eriksson then, this is where you need to wave to. This is probably not far away from the spot he was pointing to that he used to stand in himself as a Liverpool fan back in the mid part of the 1960s, John Aldridge. And I was speaking to Sammy Lee a little bit earlier on today, Tomo, who you know very well. He coached you. He was brought into the England setup by Sven-Goran Eriksson. They watched the Champions League final together in 2005, and he said it was a mark of Sven's professionalism that he never gave away that he was a Liverpool fan back then. He said because there was rumours of cliques, there was rumours of, you know, Liverpool getting too many players in the England squad. And he said he was as surprised as anybody to learn this week that Sven was a Liverpool fan.
Yeah, I think Sven was a secret spy, you know what I mean? He doesn't give any secrets away, does he? You know, it was a surprise to most people the way that he declared it. And it was a lifelong ambition to manage the club, but he was a real. When I joined him in the England squad, he was a really calm individual, really unassuming man, but you know, a really nice man, a gentleman. I think, you know, as I said to you before, that's probably why they brought Sammy in to do the coaching, because he was energetic, he was enthusiastic, he was a great coach, so it was probably a good balance. But yeah, interesting that nobody ever knew that he was a Liverpool fan.
It doesn't really need any words there. You can see on his face, Ian, he's really, really emotional here, Sven.
I think, yeah, Sven, and I think you could say it for all the players. The one thing you've got to remember is, like, even when I do things like Soccer Aid, you talk to all the footballers and like they just don't get to play much football anymore. There's not that many opportunities to play football, and there's certainly not many opportunities to play football in front of 60,000 people at Anfield. So for Sven and everyone on that pitch, it's like an incredibly special moment, and that's all down to what Liverpool do.
He was offered the chance to go to Wembley to watch England against Brazil, but there was no chance of him turning this opportunity down. He says this will be his last game as a football manager, Sven-Goran Eriksson, and he's enjoying his moment. I'll make a documentary about his life as well. This is the film crew that you can see down there at the moment.
I want to see
will play a big part of it.
I want to see 3 fist pumps though to the cop.
Oh, I'd love that.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Jurgen Klopp went to see him this morning as well at the team hotel to pass on his regards. There's a massive respect between these two, and we were showing Sven the training pictures yesterday, and he said, I can't believe that he's given all of this up, Jurgen Klopp. These training pictures are unbelievable.
Yeah.
He couldn't believe the facilities available to Liverpool.
Well, I mean, I think he echoes the sentiment of a lot of us, but obviously Jurgen's made the decision, he's made it for all the right reasons. But when you see the young players coming through and the facilities that we have and the new structure above that's coming in, how it seems to be very experienced, it must be a very hard thing to walk away from.
I think I'm happy to see the gaffer bow out on a high, really. I mean, I'd hate to see that his legacy got tarnished because he stayed an extra couple of years or 2 or 3 years longer than he should have done. You know, he's expressed that his energy levels are depleting a little bit, and you can understand, because not just managing this club, it's like managing a city. You know, it's 24/7.
I don't think there's a fan alive this year that doesn't feel like they could take a year off next year.
That's true. That is true. I mean,
let alone if you're the manager.
Imagine the responsibility. What I love about this here is you see all of the players with their mobile phones. They're recording the crowd. They don't know whether they'll ever be invited to come back here either.
Exactly.
This experience as a young player you might take for granted, but these guys don't. They know that this is something a little bit unique, Liverpool.
Yeah, I've definitely found that, like, I'm on, like, again, just speak from personal experience, I'm on tour at the minute, and like, the difference to me going on tour now that I've done a few and I realise how lucky I am that people come out to see me, versus when I was young and it was all a bit whirlwind and you just go to these gigs and do them and move on to the next one and don't think about it, and then you sort of do realise, wow, what a fortunate position to find yourself in. So yeah, must be nice for the fans to know that they are truly appreciated by the people on the pitch.
We should also point out, David, that on these summer tours, Love Island is the go-to. So Virgil van Dijk's been watching today to listen out for Ian. Right. They all come together as a squad.
About 2-3 seasons ago, I got all the lads water bottles. So there will be lying around somewhere a Love Island water bottle in this stadium with Jurgen written on it. That does exist. I got that sorted for them.
And I'm sure they're eternally grateful to you. We're going to stay here as we take a short break here. We have pitch side to go to as well. We'll hopefully hear from Sven-Goran Eriksson about what kind of experience he's just had, and these people are showing their appreciation as well, and we appreciate what a good football match it was. It's finished here. Liverpool Legends 4, Ajax 2, and we're back after this short break.